Ladies and gentlemen, we have our new Lex Luthor. A lot of us expected it. There's a lot of people's fan casts. Nicholas Hoult has been officially cast as Lex Luthor for the new DC universe. Here's a little bit of what I think you can expect from this new Lex Luthor. It's still up in the air a little bit about how this Lex Luthor is going to play out on screen. I think he's going to have to put on a little bit of muscle mass just because of how the character of Lex Luthor actually is, especially in the comics. I also think he's going to play him more as a sociopath, a very intelligent sociopath, rather than like a psychopath like Jesse Eisenberg played. One of the comic lines that's a huge inspiration for the new Superman legacy and this overall Superman is the All-Star Superman line. In this, you see Lex working out quite a bit, and he's looking pretty beefy. The reason is that he wants to be as close to Superman as possible. He's trying to show what an actual human could possibly be. He really sees Superman as like a cheat code because he didn't have to work to get to where he's at.
It sickens me.
But Lex, on the other hand, works his butt off to get to that strength, but he's also super intelligent and plays the system. I also think this Lex Luthor is going to be a character who genuinely thinks and wants to do good in the world. He wants to help the world heal from whatever tragedies have occurred. But at the same time, he feels that Superman is in the way of him being able to do that. Henceforth, he's obsessed with Superman and he wants to eliminate him. This Lex Luthor is going to likely use everyone around him and even people he doesn't know to manipulate the public on their opinion of Superman. And this is where a lot of that conflict for Superman is going to come in. Well, how do I really show them that I'm the good guy and Lex is basically a terrible person? But he also doesn't want to give up hope on Lex, because even in All-Star Superman, he goes to visit Lex and he's like, do you really mean it whenever you say you want to help the world? Well, it's time for you to prove it. I really want to see something like that and the relationship play out. The DCU's version of Lex Luthor should be very put together, very persuasive, very suave. Everybody should basically love him. The public should have a wonderful opinion of who Lex Luthor is. I think some of his inventions should be helping humanity in the best of ways. But at the same time, he has that dark side of him that he keeps hidden from the public and maybe some of the people around him. I mean, who knows? Maybe Lois Lane in Superman Legacy is writing a story about Lex Luthor and his shady business dealings rather than all the great things people are saying about him. This draws Lex's attention to her. He's watching her. He's having people follow her home. And he realizes, wow, Superman visits her a lot. Let's kidnap her. And maybe that's a whole thing driving Superman to stop Lex in this movie. A lot like the comic version of Lex, I expect this one to try to destroy anyone who tries to expose the truth, but he does so in secret so nobody really finds out. I mean, you have to remember, in some stories, Lex Luthor becomes the president of the United States. That's crazy. They always think he's reformed every time he goes to prison and gets out. Everybody thinks he's reformed. I want to see that version of Lex. I am so happy for Nicholas Hoult. I think this is the better role for him. He did audition for Superman, but I think this is the role for him. He's going to absolutely crush it. I cannot wait to see this version of Lex Luthor. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure you subscribe. I appreciate you for watching so much, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.